Hello, YouTube. So, the topic of this video is going to be how I recently learned how to get over my need for validation, not only from women, but from the world in large. So, a little background about me. I am a music maker. I've been making music for years. I like to make entertaining videos as well. I like to make gaming videos. I've had slight success in all areas, but never really blown up. But telling you all this to get to the point that I've done different types of content, but this is the first type of video that I'm doing where I am just talking into the screen and I'm going off the dome. So, you know, have a little mercy with me if I start to ramble on or if I take any long pauses. Just, understand that this is a new type of video style for me and I will get used to it. Vlogging type. But the thing that I want to talk about today, as I said, is how I got over my need for validation. And there's three main points that I have learned through my life of 30 years old. I'm a 30-year-old man that has lived the life of someone twice my years. So I do have a lot of experience in everything that I'm saying. All right. I ain't just talking out my butt. I got some real game for y'all, some real knowledge. Because I done been through things. And that's how you get knowledge. So let's get into it. I'm gonna try to break it down into three main points. And then I'll talk about those main points in small little chunks. So I'll leave chapters for you. The first chapter is gonna be that it doesn't matter. No one cares. People will leave you anyway. That's all gonna be in one chunk. It's not fulfilling. The second chapter is that this one is gonna be a little more on the grand scale, but it can apply to the micro scale too, on the regular life type of level. But the second part is that it's gonna take a lot more sacrifice than you think it's going to take. The cost of validation is higher than you believe it is. And the third point, save the best for last, is that you have a higher purpose. Okay? It is so unfulfilling chasing validation. You have a higher purpose. And God should come above validation because that is what will satisfy your soul. Point number one, it doesn't matter. People don't care and they will leave you anyway. And it's so unfulfilling. Now that sounds like a lot packed into one thing, but I'm going to tie it all in together. So let me start with the part that I know all you guys want to hear about. Women. All right. All y'all want some women, right? But let me tell you this. When you are chasing validation and you're not pouring into yourself, you're not trying to find a woman from a place of fulfillment, from a place of spirituality, from a place of self-love and self-improvement. When you are not focused on those things and you are out here seeking a woman just for the sake of having a woman and having validation, you will never be happy. Now look at this handsome face. I don't know if y'all gonna believe me a lot or not, but I done had a lot of women in my days. I done had a couple. Oh, this wind going crazy. I done had a couple supermodel looking women in my days. And I noticed two big things about women. Number one, you think you wanna have sex with some woman just cause she bad, just cause that butt look like two basketballs put together, just cause she got a supermodel face. You think you wanna have sex with someone like that so bad, and you think, oh, when I get that, I'm gonna be so satisfied. But when you are just doing it for validation and just doing it for a nut, it's never gonna be enough. Even if you luck out and you get that 8 out of 10, that 9 out of 10, you ain't gonna get no 10 out of 10. But if you get that 9 out of 10, even if you luck out like that, guess what? You just gonna want the next one. You just gonna want the next one. When you chasing after a nut, as soon as you bust one nut, you looking for the next nut. You're never gonna be satisfied. Oops, I almost fell. You're never gonna be satisfied. I know a lot of you guys thinking out there, if you're a virgin or if you haven't had much sex in your life, I know you thinking, man, if I could just bust some more buns, everything would be great. But it's not that simple, man. It doesn't work like that. We are spiritual beings, and sex is a base level worldly thing unless you are united through unless your souls are united through a great relationship, or really honestly the act of marriage is how it's supposed to be. But at least a good relationship and love will give you some type of fulfillment other than just having sex. Sex is not all it's cracked up to be, guys. You will have, listen, I've had moments where I've had sex with woman after woman after woman. And when you're having sex just for the flesh, you will start to get sick. All these different smells, all these different people that you have to talk to, these relationships that you have to keep up, it gets exhausting and it gets sickening. You will feel disgusted with yourself. I know what you're saying. I used to say the same thing. Oh, that could never be me. But trust me, once you finally start getting all that cat that you want, it's not even gonna feel the same. You're not even gonna like it the same. You going from smell to smell, from taste to taste, from feeling to feeling, from kiss to kiss, whatever you have it, from spirit to spirit. You know, it ain't even all about the body. You going from spirit to spirit. You putting all these different spirits in you, all these different memories of different people in you. You connect and making all these ties and connections. I think I've rambled on that part enough, but I mean, if you guys want me to go deep on that, I can make a whole video about that. But on to the next little bullet point on this topic. So the next thing is, nobody cares really. You know, nobody actually gives a fuck. You know what I'm saying, about you. They care about what you can offer them. Fuck, man, this man is going crazy. But but my point is, and this part goes beyond women. This is for everybody in the world. Like 99% of people will never have genuine love for you. It doesn't matter how much you do for them. It doesn't matter what you have. It doesn't matter how cool you are, how much money you are. 99% of people out here will never have genuine love for you. So let me give you a scenario here. I know you guys, you think that you think that you want the car, the money, the clothes, the hoes, I suppose, whatever the nigga said. You just want to be successful. That was so lying. But y'all think when y'all get out there, you just gonna be loved by people. Well, you will be loved with fake love. You know, let me tell you, I ain't never been rich, you know what I'm saying? But I done had some money before. Believe that. I done been the baller. I done been the dude with the car. I done been the dude with the car that everybody call when it's time to go out. I done been the dude with the money that pay for everybody's drinks. I done been the dude all the girls want to ride with. I done been the dude fresh to death. But guess what though? That everybody showed me love then. But guess what though? They only love you for as long as you got all that. You know, I done had a lot of ups and downs in my life. I done been on the highest mountains and the lowest peaks. And I done seen, yeah, everybody that's when you're on top, everybody that's texting you back as soon as you hit them up. When you have a bad period in life, bro, those people are not gonna talk to you. You're not getting a reply. I'm telling you right now, you get them up back to back to back. I know, cause I done did it. Man, you can blow a motherfucking phone up. You're not getting a reply, dude. I'm trying to tell you right motherfucking now. Let me tell you something. I done had people that I drop everything for. Every time they ask me, they hungry, they need something to eat. I'm coming to get them, I'm feeding them. They need a little money in their pocket. I put a little money in their pocket. They sad, they in turmoil. I come and comfort them. Get them out the house. When I needed all that, guess what I got in return? Jack shit. I got my messages read, but not replied to. Let me tell you a story. There was a time where I ain't have my utilities, my power was out. Cause I'll get into that part later. But I had a time where my power was out and I was dead broke in the middle of the summer, burning up crispy. I ain't asked to come stay with nobody. You know, I stayed up in that joint and I burnt up with my brother. And, you know, I was hungry. That's all I wanted was some food. I didn't want to have to go to Walmart and steal no food, you know what I'm saying? But I would have, but that's my last option. I did actually, because that's what I had to do. But that was my last option. Because guess what? Everybody that I used to fuck with, I hit everybody up. Couldn't nobody send me $10 for no pizza. I asked one girl, can I get $10 for a pizza? As much as I did for this girl, that should have been automatic. I ain't getting no reply. You know, she was talking at first. But once I asked for $10, I ain't getting no reply to that. I couldn't even, it's motherfuckers that I done gave, like I said, rolled around, paid for everything, liquor, food, weed, everything. Man, it's folks I could not even get $1 from. You hear what I said? I said I could not get $1 from them when I was in need. I couldn't get $1 on Cash App. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's enough on that point. We're gonna move on to the next joint. One last thing I want to say on my last point. There are very few people out here in the world that actually have genuine love for you. They are out here. Don't think it's all doom and gloom. There are people out here that have genuine love for you, but it's very few. When you find those people, you hold on to them and you take care of them instead of chasing the validation of other people that don't care about you. But moving on to the next point about sacrifice. Sacrifice. This is a very deep, layered concept with many concepts. What the hell? Sorry, my phone started bugging. But back to what I was saying. There's a very deeply layered concept with many other concepts within it. So, the concept of sacrifice. When you want something, especially something external, it's always going to come with a sacrifice. Whether it's mentally, spiritually, or physically. When you are chasing after something, especially something from outside of yourself, there's always going to be a price to pay. And this is the reason why I wanted to make this video, and one of the reasons why I used to chase validation so much is because, as I said, I'm a musician. I've been writing songs since I was in the 3rd grade. I like to make entertaining videos, and so, like, skits and stuff. So, like, I always wanted to be the big rapper, famous guy. You know what I'm saying? And I still do. But whereas it used to come from a source of outside validation, now it comes from a source of that's my calling. I just want to do it for fun because that's what I want to do and that's how I fulfill myself. But you have to realize when you see those people at the top, at the very top, the people in the industry, whatever industry you want, music industry, movie stars, the gaming industry, anything you can think of, business. When you see those people at the top of the ladder, you have to realize that there was a price that they paid to get there. You know, they'll tell you it was all about their hard work and work ethic and talent and skill, which part of that is true. You know, they have to do that to get to a certain level, but to get to the level that they are at, you have to be chosen by, not chosen in the way of a chosen one, but chosen by the powers of this earthly realm, if you catch my drift. You have to be chosen by those people, the ones in the shadows, the ones that are ruling all of this. You have to be chosen by them to be placed in this position. These people are not just getting there on their talent and hard work. These people are getting there because there was something that they did. There is something that these organizations wanted of them, and they were willing to give that up. So let me go deep into that. It could be your body. Many people are forced to do sexual things in order to get to the top. Many people, it could be your spirit. Many people are forced to go against their morals, their religions, and everything that they stand for in order to get to the top. There are certain agendas that the powers of this earthly demonic world want to push. And if you are willing to be their puppet, they will reward you. Do you understand? Now that was a big example. But let me put it in the more normal terms for you. You know, everybody doesn't want to be a big star. Maybe you're just a normal person. But let me give you another example that you might understand a little more better. Fraternities and sororities, Greek life. I like to think of Greek life as like a microcosm of these industries. Does that sound far-fetched? Well, if it does, think about this. And I've been in a fraternity myself. I'm not going to name which one, but I know the process. I've been through it. And I'm still in the process of having to break this covenant. But that's a story for another day. But think about this, though. When you're trying to join a fraternity or a sorority, either one, what do you have to do? You have to, it's been a while for me, so I'm trying to remember the process. But you have to express interest. You have to become a pledge, meaning you are pledging to this organization. Then you have to go through months of working, sacrificing yourself, maybe even getting hazed in order to earn the approval of these people. Basically getting humiliated, like a humiliation ritual. But you do all of this, and then at the end, what do you get to do? You get to go through a ritual that allows you to be initiated into their organization in order to have connections, favors, and opportunities. Do you see where I'm going with this? Do you see how it's the same thing? Do you see how you are sacrificing your soul, basically? Some of these rituals, I'm gonna drop some knowledge on y'all right quick. Some of these rituals, if you've ever been through them, you already know how demonic some of them look. But you don't think of it like that at first. You just think it's some cool little thing, but you don't think it's that deep. But it is that deep. Or else, why else would they do it? Some of these rituals, they have you recite. They have you recite statements that take the name of God or Jesus and replace it with the name of the organization. Some of these organizations are literally set up like a seance or a cult initiation. That's all I'm saying on that. I think y'all get my drift on that one. The last point about sacrifice, I'll use myself as a quick example to wrap this all up real quickly. The next sacrifice is personal sacrifice. When you're chasing validation, you will do anything, even if it's against your own good. I have gotten ulcers from drinking trying to chase women, trying to chase validation, trying to party, trying to have friends. I've become a drug addict before from chasing validation of the people around me so that I could talk better, walk better, know what to say. When, to be honest, if the things that I ain't got to say when I'm sober ain't enough, somebody, they don't need to be a fuck around me. You know, you will put your body on the line. You will drink all damn night and then get into a car and drive home, putting your life in danger because you want to party and have fun. But I used to always say this: I'm only doing it to have fun. But you know, it's really not that fun. The fun part is being around other people that you think are cool and that you think are validating you. We will put our minds, our spirits, and our bodies on the line just to have other people to like us. And then it's fake at the end of the day anyway. This is the last part, and I'm gonna try to make it short, concise, and to the point because to me it's the most important part. And that is you gotta stop chasing people's validation because you have a higher purpose than that. Actually, in case you didn't know, I'm here to tell you that you have a higher purpose than that. Um, if you believe in God, I can tell you God has way bigger plans and motives for you than to be chasing the. I mean, he literally says it in the Bible. He says, "Be separate from this world." He doesn't want you to be like this world. He doesn't want you to be all up in people's faces and chasing the validation of this world. He wants you to live in your purpose that he created you for and chase his love, not the validation of other humans. Even if you don't believe in God, you still have to believe and know that you have a higher purpose than to be chasing the attention of a bunch of other people that are nothing but humans like you, that eat shit and sleep just like you. You know, there's nothing special about them to where you should want them to like you so bad or accept you so bad. If they don't accept you, fuck them. Fuck them. You have a way higher purpose than to be worried about what other people think. Okay? What you need to start doing, that book you wanted to write, dive into that. If you want to be an artist, dive into your art. Start making songs. Start making step by steps every day to live in the purpose that you were put on this earth to complete. Because I'm going to tell you something. I thought about some sad things, and the saddest thought that I never had is going out of this world without fulfilling not only the purpose that God has for me, but the my own dreams and my own goals. While we're out here chasing other people, we are neglecting our own spirit. We are neglecting our own talents. We are neglecting our own callings. So just I don't even know what to say, but that's my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to help somebody. Young, old, doesn't matter. You know, this isn't just for young people. This is for older people too. If you still stuck in the mire of chasing the validation of the people of this earth, this is to help you too. Start living in your purpose. And like, comment, subscribe. Your boy is trying to make some money. You know, I'm trying to spread a message. That's the most important thing. But hey, they gotta eat too. So fuck with your boy. And I'm gonna see you next time.